Hi everyone, I'm Isabella Kang, and today I'm going to be going over my presentation, Hooked from Childhood. So today I'm going to be going over the impact of social media on childhood, what social media platforms should be exposed to children, and what platforms should not. So the reason why this matters to us all is because many of us have siblings, older or younger, and many of us plan to have children in the future, or simply for yourself. If you're on social media, this is good information to know. Today, for my credibility reasons, I'm going to be going over the social media platforms that have research to prove that they should not be shown to children and research to prove that they should be. So the first negative of social media, the first thing that should not be exposed to children is disappearing messages. So things like Snapchat, which have the option to have disappearing messages, are not good for children because it encourages impulsive behavior. If a child knows that their messages are going to disappear, there's no reason why they should or shouldn't say things. The second negative is image-focused platforms. So things like Instagram, or depending on how you're using it, Facebook, etc. This just encourages a lot of self-worth problems with children growing up and increases the risk of anxiety and depression. I'm sure we all know this by now. So what children should be doing instead? What platforms should they be exposed to? Here's a bunch of different options of platforms that I've found that are great for children and that resemble things that they could be doing in person, such as reading platforms, which you can do in person, writing platforms, again, you can be doing it in person, and then platforms that show how you can interact with children in a positive way. So for my reading and alphabetical learning platforms, I have the example AlphaBlocks. This is a language, skill, imagination, memory platform that encourages a lot of learning for kids when it comes to their reading. And then for my second platform, I have writing games. Here I just have Spelling City, which is a pretty basic one, but again, it helps with critical thinking skills, language, and memory for kids. And then the third one is just a little bit more fun. High-rated TV shows, like I'm sure you've heard of it a ton these days, but Bluey, Max and Ruby is a good one, and Frog and Toad. These are all great because there's also reading material for them, so you can introduce a kid to one type of character, but give them multiple platforms to work with, like books and television. And the television platforms actually teach them how to communicate, teach them empathy and conflict resolution skills with other children while they're playing. So to conclude, children should not be exposed to disappearing messages, and they should not be exposed to platforms that are physically based, like followers and public likes. And then children should be exposed to learning platforms that teach social and team learning skills. So I say, put the screen away and let childhood lead the way. Thank you for listening.